Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the San Francisco Giants taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, number 80. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Okay, all set to go. And digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. Lined into right. Tucker falls it in, and there's one away. Luis Ariz stands in. The MO for him is contact. A guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Y'all, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great two-hole hitter or a guy that you could put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate.
Gets a piece and stays alive. One out, base is empty. Now one missed. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now Casey Schmidt. Close one, doesn't get the call. 2-1. That to right. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Swings and misses. Giants go in order. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And on the hill, Landon Root. What do you got on him, Chris?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
1-2 here. That's down and in.
2-2.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Ball to strike. The pitch. Back up the middle and a base hit. Runner stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning.
Back-to-back singles. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
First and second, no outs. Here's Kyle Tucker.
Two balls, 1 strike.
In the dirt, runners stay put, and the count moves to 2-1. Next offering is downstairs.
Good to lay out that pitch down.
And fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball. It's slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
King Tuck goes down on strikes.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pages. Here's a 1-1. And that one popped in the air, left field. He's got it. And there are 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Smith, the lead runner at second. Freeman on at first with 2 down. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 straight.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Smoked into left field, base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. But it's offline. He will score. And it's 1-0.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
First and second, 2 outs. And next for L.A., Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. They limit the damage here. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball. All set for the start of the inning. And it's Rafael Devers in the box.
Rafael Devers.
Here's a 2-1.
Nope, ball 3.
High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Here's Elliot Ramos. 1 down, base is empty. Swings through that.
1-2.
Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 6, shortstop Willie Adames.
Willie Adames stands in. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Giants go down quietly, still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, bottom half of inning number 2, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Dalton Rushing. And that skips into dirt. And strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
But Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes he'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
And he deals. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Ha-Seong Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Outside low, and it's 2-1. Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And there's the strike.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. That K is his 3rd of the game. Miguel Rojas at the plate. That's a little bit low.
2 balls.
Rushing over at first with 1 away. And he hits a ground ball right side to Adames. That's 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Giants nothing. And we're back onto the 3rd inning. Matt Chapman up to the plate now. And that is out of play. One, 2 now. And there's a ball. That missed by a lot. And the count's full. That one laced to center and a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Drew Gilbert will hit next. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Got him! Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Eric Haas now at the plate. On the ground to 3rd. Muncy. There's 1. On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Giants nothing. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Will Smith. Hard hit, but right at him in left.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat. Out to short, Adames. Whips it across.
And Freeman is retired. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. 2 outs, base is empty. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Liner, and this could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Missed with a changeup, and now 3-1.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Swing and a line drive, slicing into right field, and makes the grab. And the inning is over. 1 left for LA, but they lead it 1-0. Back here in LA, now it's the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. Next pitch is outside.
Well, these Giants, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Comes the 2-2.
Full count.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Line drive. Tucker hauls it in, 2 away.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 strike.
Curve in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different
2-2.
put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
On the ground to third, Muncy. To first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. They're down 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th, Muncy digs in. Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Three balls, 2 strikes to count. That one is absolutely belted. Gilbert raging back towards the wall. Pulls it in on the warning track. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit.
He was all over that one. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Safe in second, and that was not close.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment, or players are going to be running all game.
And there's a foul ball.
Well, that's a really good pass of the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way, just let it travel a hair more.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Hernandez around third. The throw's offline. He's safe. It's 2-0.
Well, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
So digging in, Hesung Kim. And it is 2-1. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Foul tip into the mitt, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
On the ground to the left, Chapman gets it to first. That's the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, top 5, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Rafael Devers. Inside. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Well, these Giants showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one.
Swing, and this is ripped down the right field line. Way back there. Out out of here. That'll fire up the dugout, and they're on the board. It's 2-1.
Oh, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise. He got his front foot down. He was strong on his backside, and when his bat went through the zone, there's no question that ball was going to travel out of the ballpark. But that's, if you were putting the tape together, positive to watch, that's it right there. Just a perfect swing.
Digging in, Elliott Runners. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Making 7 strikeouts for him.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
And that misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
And that's too high, ball 4.
Now batting third baseman, Matt
And
Chapman.
here is Matt Chapman. Pickoff throw, and he dives back in safely. Adames, the base runner at first with 1 out. That's in for a strike at 95, and the count is 1-2. And there's a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
First and second, 1 out. Drew Gilbert, the next Giant to hit. 2 on, 1 out. Slap the other way, foul.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swung on, belted. That one's carrying. And that is gone. He leads the yard to right. It's their second home run of the inning, and they lead it. It's 4-2.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Number 63 comes on now.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
1 down. Eric Haas, the next Giant to hit. To the right side. Steps on first for the out.
Now batting right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. And now the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. Four runs already in the frame, and we're at the top of the 5th. Pitch misses. Now 2-2. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Lake Trinan looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Henriquez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. 2-2 now. To the right side, Kim. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 4-2. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Matt Gage.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
In time to Devers, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Freddie Freeman now. The Giants leading by 2, last half of inning number 5. And that one sliced foul. And Freddie takes the K. Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. And a swing and a miss. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Dylan Smith getting ready to come in for Bob Melvin. Two down, nobody on.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one lifted to left. Ramos should have this one. Makes the play, and it's out number 3.
Let me work, 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 work. I put in work, 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 work. Now watch me, watch me, watch me, watch me. Let me work, work.
Top 6, and digging in for San Francisco, Luis Arias. That one down the line, and it kicks off the base. The throw into second, and he's going to get to second with nobody out.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Casey Schmidt digs in now. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Misses off the plate, and the count is 2-2. That one missed.
3-2.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. On the ground at first. He steps on the bag. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Now it's Devers at the plate. It was a homer for him back in the 5th. Just a solo shot, but an important swing in this game.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful swing as well. Everything just came together timing-wise, and he blasted it out of here.
And a foul ball. One away with a runner at third. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Ripped to first. Caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Elliot Ramos, the next Giant to hit. Late that time, and it's strike two.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
2 outs. Out to short. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 3. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Adames. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Ramos off of first with 2 away. In the dirt, and the runner holds. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. See you later. He'll touch them all, and they add to their lead. It's 7-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
And I think they bring a young arm out of the bullpen in this spot. Wyatt Mills.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 down, nobody on. That misses the zone. Full count, 3-2. That one out to right. Tucker on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. The Giants strike for a pair as you get another look at the 2-run dinger. It's 7-2. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Andy Pajes. Stays alive. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Soft contact in the air, hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Max Muncy at the dish. Right through there for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Caleb Killian getting ready to come in for Bob Melvin. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. right center field. And it's gone. He sends it out of here. And they cut into the deficit. It's 7-3. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball 3. One down, base is empty. That one fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. Now let's see if they can string something together, make it a little more interesting.
And now it's going to be Dalton rushing. Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Didn't go. Next offering upstairs.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Snap throw to first. Hernandez back on a dive. Ground ball up the middle. Nice stop. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Nice diving stop right there. He gets the out. Great reactions. Excellent job of finishing the play with a nice, easy throw.
And stepping in is the speedy Hesung Kim. And that's hammered into right field. And that's a base hit. And now 2 aboard. And up next for Los Angeles, Miguel Rojas. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Two on, 2 outs. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Now a screamer into the outfield. Gilbert pulls that one down, and that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now 7-3. Major League Baseball is on the show. Top of inning number 7, and digging in for San Francisco, Drew Gilbert. Ball to strike. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
That one
That's
just
out the
misses.
corner.
2-2. Up the middle, Rojas throws to
He's
first.
out.
That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Now batting, catcher Eric Haas.
Eric Haas, the next Giant to hit. And a foul ball. The 1-2. Up the middle, Kim. And 2 away to start the 7th.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Next offering is in for a strike.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Two out, space is empty. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That one back. And forget it. And they add on. It's 8-3. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Two down, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Arias. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 and 2.
Two outs. On the ground to third. Slings it across, and that will end the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 8-3. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
Going, yeah, we in go mode.
Never going slow mo.
Going, we in go mode. Going, we in go mode.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Barucki.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Will Smith to the plate.
Going, yeah, we in go mode.
And that one is in for a strike. Good
2
pitch.
balls, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That misses the zone, and a full count now. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And they'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And after grinding through that at bat, he gets the best of him.
Now batting, first baseman, Freddie.
And here's Freddie Freeman. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
2-2.
Drilled out towards left center field. That one's carrying. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. He circles the bases, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 8-5. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Swinging a foul straight back. On the outside corner, got him looking. Here comes the manager out of the Giants dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Ryan Borucki done for the night. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Number 63 gets the call from the pen.
Joel Padero.
Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. And now 1-2.
He got away with
One
one
ball,
there,
two
but he
strikes.
knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a pop-up. Haas settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy. And that one hammered. That's back there. And it's off the batter's eye. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they close the gap. It's 8-6.
That's exactly what this crowd wanted to see in this spot. He blasted that pitch. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
So 2 down, and next for L.A., Teoscar Hernandez. Outside with a breaking ball. Two down, nobody on. Here's a rocket out to left. That is the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 8-6.
What now? Jump out. About to get on your bumper. Shorty that's with me gon' shoot like a jumper.
Back here at Dodger Stadium. New inning getting started. Now at the plate, Casey Schmidt. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Rafael Devers up to hit.
Now batting, the first baseman, Rafael Devers.
The 1-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Just outside. 2-2. That's down and in. A slider missed. Oh, that hit him. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Devers, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Kick, push, kick.
2-1.
Squirts away a little bit. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Alex Vesia looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Two outs. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back. And it's out of here. A two-run shot. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 10-6. That's their fifth homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Always scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that. And that time, that ball was hit hard.
Here comes the skipper. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Edgardo Henriquez. He's into the game with the bases empty. Now it's Matt Chapman. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. When the Giants go deep, it's bye-bye, baby. It's now a 4-run game at 10-6. Back after this. On to the bottom of the 8th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Dalton Rushing. Line drive, caught.
Quick reactions down there at first, and those can be tougher than they look sometimes. There could be all kinds of weird spin or knuckling action on the baseball.
Here's the second baseman, Hesung Kim.
Ball.
The Giants leading by 4 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Line to left. Ramos makes the grab. Out. number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Miguel Rojas, the next to hit. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Dodgers go down quietly as the lead holds. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. And now the center fielder, Drew Gilbert. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Action in the pen down there. Blake Trinan up and loosening in the pen. Klein also getting ready. That one in triple digits.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
The throw to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
Eric Haas.
And up next for the Giants, Eric Haas. One down, base is empty. That one a little bit high, and a count 2-1. And a swing and a miss there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Upstairs.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
That's the first slider we've seen today, and it was almost unfair.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
1-2.
2 down, nobody on. Not close with that one, and the count's even at 2.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Tucker on the move. Makes the catch, inning over. Caleb Killian into the game.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Back to the top of the order now. And now the DH, Will Smith. On the ground. Chapman over to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. He's 2 outs away. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Foul ball there. Up and in, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the last half of inning number 9. In the air, left field, down the line. Ramos snags it for the 2nd out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
So they're down to their final out. And up next for Los Angeles, Kyle Tucker. They're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Dodgers down to their final strike. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Fouls it off, still 1-2. 2 outs. On the ground to third, and this should do it. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Giants slug their way to a win in this one.
When you hit 5 balls out of the yard, you expect to win. Some teams live and die by the long ball. Today, these 5 homers, they really led them to victory.
Final score here today, 10-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.